If you're one of those who's still undecided where to go or what to do to take a breather this festive season, well, this conversation is for you. While many holiday makers are already at their destinations, others like me, of course, and the team here are still at work. Travel bans and strict COVID-19 protocols have forced some to explore their own country. So where can you go when you take your well-deserved break? Let's try and look at some tourist destinations now with Tshepang Lobete, a tour operator and founder of Motse Lesedi Foundation. Now, Tshepang, good afternoon to you, and thank you so much for your time. I wonder, I've been seeing a lot of people frequenting KwaZulu-Natal. Is it still the popular tourist destination this festive season?
Good afternoon and Merry Christmas, and good afternoon to the listeners. Definitely yes, because we have different tourists within the country and 9 different provinces. So people have different reasons to visit all the provinces or all the destinations that we have. So people are still visiting KZN, yes.
Now, when you think about, COVID-19 and the travel bans that we've seen, are you, as people in the tourism space, seeing more and more people exploring their country instead of going to other countries?
Yes, we've been trying by all means, with different, tourism product owners within the country to restore confidence within the travel industry, and for us to package cost-effective packages which will encourage South Africans to visit their own country. Short Left has been doing that as well. So we are really doing the best that we can to make sure that South Africans travel their country cost-effectively. Now,
for some who have not still decided where to go as they explore their country, which are some of the destinations that you'd recommend to them?
So it would depend also on the experience that they want to, have in different provinces. But I would say if they were to go to Limpopo, which is also a province that has 70% of Kruger National Park. 70% of Kruger National Park is in Limpopo. They can go there. We have attractions like your Makgoba's Kloof canopy tours, where they can do activities like your zip lining, hiking. They can even also go there with the quad bikes. If we have viewers who love, luxury travel, they can also visit your Noka camp in Limpopo. If they want to visit Northwest, they can go to your Hartis Cableway, which is the longest cableway that you have in the country, which is about 2 kilometers. And, we also have like your wedding destinations. People have been getting married, your Madikwe Safari in the Northwest. So those are the destinations that, the viewers can visit. If we were to speak about Northern Cape, we have your Kimberley Inn Hotel. We also have your Halishiwi Township tour for that authentic experience within the Northern Cape as a tourism destination of choice. Gauteng province, we can do Lebo's Backpackers for those who also love to get that authentic experience, and also explore the outdoor travel while, you are accompanied by a registered tourist guide. There's also Cradle Boutique Hotel, which is near Lesedi Cultural Village and Sterkfontein Caves. So it's such establishments that, are closer to attractions that would give one options to explore that particular destination.
Now, I hear you talk about the Halishiwi tour, and when we're speaking about Makgoba's Kloof, in fact, I thought about former Finance Minister Tito Mboweni. Maybe one can also just pay a visit to his home there. But let's talk about the authenticity of the Halishiwi tour. For someone like me, for example, who's only familiar with the Northern Cape from a different part, talk to how you can then expect to see the Halishiwi township, and what can you do when you get to that township?
Okay, firstly, you learn about the history. Halishiwi is the first township to get street lights before the city London in England, because you will recall that Kimberley as the city is the first in Africa to get electricity because of mining. So when you get to Halishiwi, you'll also learn about the history. Robert Sobukwe comes from Halishiwi. You also explore the township through bicycles. So it's a bicycle tour. You interact with the locals there. You get to experience the food that they have that side. Even the township lifestyle, your braai, go to different establishments, try those delicacies, and exactly the history, the food, and the lifestyle. So that's it.
Now, when one thinks, one of the things that is quite popular, it's as you alluded to at first, KwaZulu-Natal, and people think I can only go to the Durban beachfront, and that's the only thing that I can do when I'm in that particular province. But this is a province that has a lot to offer. So for someone who then is thinking, okay, maybe just after Christmas, I might just head to KwaZulu-Natal. Talk to us about, which other parts of the province they can explore instead of just going to the beachfront.
All right, so if you love adventure, I would recommend, the Drakensberg, the Valley of Thousand Hills, which you find it between, the Valley of Thousand Hills, you find it between, these attractions, there are so many attractions, but yeah, we have the Valley of Thousand Hills. KZN is also a family-friendly destination. You can go to the Midlands, where you just get to experience, the peaceful or the experience of the Midlands, because it's a peaceful destination, it's mountainous, and there are attractions which also accommodate, kids. When you go to we also have, off-grid establishments where you just need a special vehicle for you to go there. Then there's also, farm experiences where you just get to go there and learn about, how strawberry picking, how to milk cows, horse riding, and quad biking as well. So there are, numerous attractions that one can visit. There's also Durban North if you want to learn about the history of Kinshaka Zulu or Umlando Zulu at its full capacity. There's also what do you call this? There's also, Moses Mabhida. Exactly. If you're an adventure fanatic, you can also do like your big swing, big rush there, jump, from the top to the middle of the stadium in Moses Mabhida. So we have a number of numerous establishments that one can visit, or attractions that one can visit outside, Ushaka Marine and other attractions that are famous there.
I heard a rooster crow where you are. So if I'm interested in being around, roosters and chickens waking me up in the morning,
yes.
Where are you?
I'm in the Northwest. I'm in a secluded area. I've been talking about, the farm life. I wanted to experience that these holidays because I'm always in luxurious places. I'm always in, the busy life of Gauteng province, how trains, that rush. So I just decided to visit the province and just have that, peaceful festive season before I go back to Centurion.
It really sounds like it's peaceful where you are. But let's talk about,
Indeed.
Another serious matter. One of the things that we saw, Tshepang, is that during the pandemic and the lockdowns, they've really been very hard on the industry that you are part of. And as you say that one of the things has been to make sure that your packages are tailor-made for people's pockets, because a lot of people are still reeling from the impact of the lockdowns as well as the pandemic in and itself. Would you say that looking at where you are and from your business's perspective, things are picking up and people are becoming more receptive to traveling again?
Definitely. I started posting about on different social media platforms, particularly on Twitter, where I had a small number of followers until such time I started to expose the lesser known attractions. And then people started, I started gaining more following because if we package cost effectively, then we encourage South Africans to visit more of their country, and also to indicate, because we always have the conversation about pricing, that, some of the attractions or destinations in the country are not, meant for South Africans because only internationals can, or international or foreign tourists can afford those ones. But, we tried by all means to expose, the hidden gems, the lesser known attractions at a cost-effective price, so that we can also, change the narrative and make people aware that it is cost-effective to travel in your own country. So we are indeed, getting, positive response from different tourists for different types of experience that they want to experience within the country.
As a final question then, tallying at the back of what you're saying, is it also becoming more attractive to do the more luxurious, accommodations? Because as you say, people talk about the price. I mean, some places are going for like 27,000 Rand, for example, a night. And
yes.
We've seen just how this, with some, does not bode well. But how would you then say, apart from the foreign tourists, is that becoming somewhat of a popular thing, or it's growing with the South Africans?
Okay, one thing that we need to instill in our tourists is that there's a concept called inclusive tourism. So inclusive tourism, you package for everyone, then everyone gets to visit attraction of their choice. And also we need to also encourage our people to budget. When you plan a trip, you need to know, where am I going, for how long, and then how much do I need for that particular experience. There's an attraction in Kruger National Park in Mpumalanga where they are introducing now pay at your own pace option, so that without an interest. So you get to pay for that particular experience, whether it takes you 3 months or 6 months. At least you'll get to go there, because now you pay whenever you can. So we just have to make sure that we encourage our people to make, research more, ask relevant people relevant questions, so that they cannot, blame anyone and say maybe we as tourism product owners within the country, we are not packaging attractions or destinations that cater for everyone. So inclusive tourism is to package all that we have in the country, and then they themselves, they get to choose the ones that they love.
And I wonder, for this inclusive tourism then, how much of a concern as well is around the vaccination numbers in South Africa, because they're still not where they need to be?
I think when it comes to and this is a contagious matter, it's a sensitive matter, because some people, they get angry, they will, they have all these theories that, they all these rumors that they hear from other people. Sometimes I think it's also fear of the unknown. So I think what we also need to do within the travel industry is to, and this is what the Gauteng Tourism has been doing, where they have a campaign called Jab for Tourism. They go to different attractions and they just invite people to come and learn more about vaccination and what does it mean for them, because it's not about, I'm not doing anyone a favor if I'm going to vaccinate. I'm doing it for me. So I think if we can get to understand what does it mean for me as an individual, how is it going to impact my travel? Not because we just want people to travel because we want to grow the economies, but for someone may get an opportunity to go and study overseas or work overseas. And they need to make sure that they comply or they meet all the requirements, which is now vaccination. And vaccination has been there. People have been vaccinating where, like your yellow fever, hepatitis, visiting different countries. I don't know why right now they are scared all of a sudden, whereas vaccination has been there in other countries. I teach tourism, and I've been teaching that in grade 12 for over past 5 years when I've been teaching tourism. So I don't know why the sudden reluctance now when it comes to COVID.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Tshepang, for your time. That was Tshepang Lobete, a tour operator and founder of Motse Lesedi Foundation.